Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Fisher with Revitalize Dunkirk, and I'd just like to invite you to watch our show every night at 9 p.m. on channel 1301 in Dunkirk here, and also invite you to our meetings, which are the third Thursday of every month, down at the Fredonia Incubator on Central Avenue, 6:30 p.m., or you can check us out on revitalizedunkirk.com or on Facebook.
Dunkirk council members, from 2 years to 4 years. Please take further notice that a public hearing will be held on resolution number 47-2018 on May 1st, 2018 at 5:20 p.m. in the Common Council chambers to hear any and all interested persons. Anybody wishing to speak on resolution number 47-2018 and only 47-2018, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address.
Valerie Pavla, Dunkirk residents, revitalization incubator. And we were thinking, it's so hard for a mayor to have 4 years and a councilman 2. Thank you, thank you. With all the troubles we have, and sometimes there isn't even a communication between one and the other, we would really like to put it for 2 years and also 2 years for mayor. They can start out together, work together, and they prove and get everything done like promised, that we can someday move it up to 4. Is that okay?
That's not an option today because the resolution has already been filed.
What was the resolution?
The resolution was proposed local law and referendum to change terms of Dunkirk City Council members from 2 years to 4 years. So that's
Yeah.
all that the vote would be about
Okay, then
today.
I say leave it 2 years.
Okay. Thank you very much, Valerie. Anybody else wishing to speak only on this particular resolution, number 47-2018, please step forward and state your name and address. Last opportunity. Anybody wishing to speak on resolution number 47-2018, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address. Seeing none, public hearing is closed. Council meeting will start at 5:30.
5:30.
At least you nodded to bring me up.
Oh, it's the hospital.
Yeah, I agree. No, that's fine. No problem. When you're ready. Call to order the Common Council meeting for May 1st, 2018 at 5:30 PM. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams? Here. Councilmember Bamanto?
Here.
Councilmember Heenan?
Here.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Here.
Councilmember at-large Wolfson?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Certification of the prior meetings.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Tuesday, April 17, 2018 was presented to the mayor on Friday, April 27, 2018. Pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter, all items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect. In witness whereof I have hereto set my hand and seal of the city of Dunkirk, New York, this first day of May 2018.
I need a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes. Councilman Williams with the first. Councilman Bamanto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Wolfson?
Aye. Reading of the privilege of the floor regulations.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case the individual shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing a group who shall be limited to 5 minutes. When recognized, please stand and state your name and address. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the councilman at large may determine in his discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. Councilman Wolfson shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or non-germane to any action taken or contemplated by council. Time limits above shall be strictly adhered to, except that a speaker may be allowed to complete a statement or thought started before such time limits had expired.
Privilege of the floor is now open. Anybody wishing to speak, please step forward and state your name and address. I remind everybody, if you're speaking as an individual, the time limit is 3 minutes. If you're speaking for a group, the time limit is 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Okay, first of all, I work very hard with Attorney General Eric Snyderman and with Thomas Napoli and our Rich Dixon in trying to keep our hospital. Now in the paper yesterday or day before said 8 months has gone by since nothing. Fredonia, they don't want it. Nobody wants it because they don't want to tear into the agriculture districts. So anyway, I contacted the Attorney General, all of them, and Governor Cuomo, Laurie Cornell, and Chuck Cornell, God bless them, at the incubator. He's the head one. So anyway, I was told to give the information to each one of you, and I will give one to the lawyer. You're to have an executive meeting because my other letter certified will get to them Thursday. So you have to have an answer for them Thursday. They really want you to fight for the hospital. Nobody wants it. And it's a rotten shame. It's an icon. What are we doing with our icons? Central Avenue Observer. It's horrible. They're trying, Jamestown trying to get rid of, I talked to a retired worker from Jamestown Journal, and he said, we don't want your Observer. We don't like the way you run it. So now I think it's for sale. Please, try to help get a grant that we can keep it. It's on the waterfront. The train, it's right here. It's coming too. For the depot with the governor and Attorney General, everything. And guess what? When the Amtrak comes true now, they have an emergency from Albany or Chicago, they stop right here, either right by Middle Road or whatever ambulance comes takes them. What are they going to do when we got the hospital way over in the field? So I'll pass these on, there's each one, and please. And I have one more thing, which is a thank you letter I would like to read. This one goes for the attorney, and make sure he has a meeting with all of you and Rebecca. And I will read the thank you letter that I have for you people. Okay. To be read at the council meeting and put in the minutes, 5/1/2018. Representing the Northern Chautauqua County Water District, which includes neighboring towns along with the city of Dunkirk, Randy Woodbury said it best. We all know we have a catastrophe accident. Thank you, Mr. Woodbury. Thank you, Mr. Woodbury, Bob Laurie, and Kyle Schuster. The repair to the main water line was soon corrected. What would the city of Dunkirk do without these three caring people that love our city, Dunkirk, New York? We must tell everyone the frightening news. What was in the headlines? I just have to show you this, which was sick in the Observer. On the front, it tells a threat to our city. On the bottom, it says friendly food delivery. Shows our county executive taking meals in Fredonia on wheels when we were begging to have water to make a meal. It wasn't done intentionally, believe me. So I will continue.
Valerie, you have 1 minute left.
There isn't only 1 minute left. Okay, I'll read fast. Okay, to boil the water and delete. We have the picture, friendly food delivery and Meals on Wheels, our county executive, I'll go past that. When he knew that our water, we had no water to fix our meals. Our Senator Schumer, who is our Great Lakes representative along with us on Sea Grant, protecting our Lake Erie for pollution and security, never asked the Dunkirks for help if we needed help. He was on his way to Jamestown to give a grant for the comedy theater. So all I am saying, thank you to the three of you and taking care of us while the rest of them, and even some of our leaders were in Florida, right? You kept it.
That's 5 minutes, Valerie.
But thank you.
I gave you an extra 2, so.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to take advantage or privilege of the floor, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address. Anybody else wishing to take advantage or privilege of the floor, please step forward and state your name and address. Last opportunity. Anybody else wishing to take advantage or privilege of the floor, please step forward and state your name and address. Seeing none, privilege of the floor is now closed. Communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor?
Mr. Chairman, I just have one quick announcement today. The planning director, Rebecca Yanis, and myself visited Dunkirk Specialty Steel this afternoon and took a tour, and I'm pleased to announce that they are in the implementation phase of the $10 million upgrade to their plant. This upgrade will not only provide them the opportunity to make their product more efficiently, but will also bring in more jobs in the future. So just thought I would let everyone know. And that's all I have. Thank you.
That's great news, Mayor. Thank you. Number 6, communications from the public and petitions.
Dunkirk Harbor Commission requesting approval of commercial bait fishing applications.
Any discussion, council? Need a motion to refer this to your appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions. Councilman Bamanto with the first, Councilman Williams with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at large for Washington.
Aye.
Invitation from the BPO Elks number 922 for mayor and council members to attend its annual Flag Day ceremony on Thursday, June 14, 2018, at 6 p.m. at the Dunkirk Historical Lighthouse, and for the mayor to speak a few words.
This communication will be received and filed.
Request from Adam J. Wolfley to use city facilities for the annual Dunkirk Lakefront 5K on Saturday, August 4, 2018, from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m., and police presence near the Dunkirk Pier for the beginning and the end of the race to temporarily block traffic.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer this to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions. Councilman Bamanto with the first, Councilman Williams with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah.
Aye.
Request from the Great Lakes Experience Incorporated to use Memorial Park on Saturday, June 9, 2018, from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. for their Great Lakes Experience Festival. Also requesting 4 10x10 bandstands and garbage barrels with liners, as the GLE committee anticipates over 45 exhibitors to this year's huge event.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions. Councilman Williams with the first, Councilman Civiletto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah.
Aye.
Number 5, request from the city school districts for 2 police officers for supervision of the high school home football games from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. on August 31st, 2018, September 14, 2018, October 5, 2018, October 11, 2018, and for 3 police officers for the homecoming game on September 28, 2018. Also requesting 2 police officers for 2 high school home basketball games from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. on December 14, 2018, and February 1st, 2019.
Any discussion, council? I'd like to thank the City of Dunkirk School District for giving us such advance notice, so many months in advance. It makes it a lot easier for planning and to get people in order. I'd like to make a motion to refer this to the Dunkirk Police Department and Dunkirk Police Department Union. Councilman Civiletto with the first, Councilman Bamanto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah.
Aye.
Number 6, notice of claim from Edis R. Galindo Rosado for alleged injury sustained on April 13, 2018 due to a trip on an upended sidewalk on Central Avenue.
Any discussion? Need a motion to refer this to the Law Department?
So moved.
Councilman Williams with the first, Councilman Bamanto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah.
Aye. We have 2 loudspeaker applications before us this evening. I'm going to ask the city clerk to read them both off individually. However, since there were no questions or concerns during the workshop, we will package them together and vote on them at one vote. Clerk?
Karen Payne, on behalf of the Dunkirk BPO Elks number 922, to use an amplifier, speaker, and microphone for their Flag Day ceremony on Thursday, June 14, 2018, from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. at the Dunkirk Lighthouse. The Clarion Hotel to use outside music and bands until 1 a.m. from May 25, 2018 through October 31, 2018.
Any discussion, council? I need a motion to refer these to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
So moved.
Councilman Williams with the first, Councilman Bamanto with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah.
Aye. We have a walk-in communication this evening as well. Clerk?
The Salvation Army is looking for approval for our first ever Salvation Army Tag Day fundraiser to be held on Saturday, May 12, 2018 from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. We would like approval to have some of our basketball players with the appropriate number of parents and coach chaperones located on the following intersections: Central Avenue and 4th Street, Central Avenue and 5th Street, West Doty Street near the fire hall. This would fund youth camps, equipment, jerseys, league play, and team travel. Thank you for your consideration.
After discussion during the workshop with all council members and the chief of police, it was decided that we would prefer instead of the 6-hour window from 9 to 3 that they suggested, that they pick any 4-hour time period in between those hours and not do it for the full 6 hours. So we are going to vote on it contingent upon if and only if they pick a 4-hour window out of the 6 and only operate it for that 4-hour window. With that being said, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan.
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large LaWashi.
Aye. Reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilman Williams, the floor is yours.
I've been receiving a lot of phone calls about Spectrum lately. Is there any way that maybe the city could get into some talks with Spectrum and see if they can offer any assistance with the boxes that they're now going to, or if they can offer a cheaper, long ago they used to have a basic cable or whatever, like 2 through 23 or whatever. They don't even offer that. I guess from what I'm hearing, the cheapest package that you can get is going to cost you close to $70 a month. So there's people that are interested in getting the basic, but they don't offer it. Is there any way that the city can get into discussions with them? Are we currently under contract with them? Is there anything that we can do?
We could certainly reach out to them. I couldn't guarantee that they're going to play ball with us, but can't hurt to reach out. Correct?
Yeah, we'd have to look and see what's contractually, what's in the contract, and see if there's room for negotiation.
Okay. Yeah, I've received a lot of calls about that, and people are trying to figure out what to do and where to go with it, and I mentioned I would bring it up here to see if maybe we could do that, which with the change, just for something out there, but for those that can't watch it tonight, won't know, but I believe it's now on channel 1301. No longer the channel 12 like it used to be, it's now on 1301. And that's all I had for today.
Thank you, Councilman Williams. Councilman Bamanto?
Next Tuesday, May 8th, there's going to be a personnel meeting in the mayor's conference room at 4 p.m. Also, Randy, what's the latest with the potholes and the brush pickup?
We're filling in the potholes and we're picking up the brush.
What ward's getting picked up with brush?
But it's going to be a long time, Councilman. The brush pickup officially started in the first ward today, and so that everybody should check their recycling calendar. So we had a couple major storms. We worked right through from those storms and up until today. So now the first ward is this week, and the second ward will be next week, and so forth like that. So May is an official brush pickup month. So we'll be working, and then so check. It'll be a couple months before we do another one officially. And then the pothole, we're pleased to say that Street Supervisor Burbelia was able to get hot mix on Monday from the Granat Springville plant. Our guys went there pretty quickly and back again. We worked all day on Monday and today with a hot mix, and we're going to continue to do that. The local plant should be open within a couple days. But we have good hot product going in the holes. We started in the most visible areas. We started on Route 5, and then we're working our way kind of uphill. And so I'm glad that you've all given me some locations of some really big ones, and then they're addressing those first. The street department's also responsible for fixing the water line repair holes, so they're working on those too. And we're doing it with a hot mix. So the hot mix started yesterday, and we're going to continue on. As I said before, we're going to try to expand our crew so we can run that hot box for a longer period during the day. The mayor and I and the HR director have started we've done a pretty good job of filling in the seasonal hires. We're still working on, there's a couple of screenings that have to be done before we get a full complement on, but that's moving very rapidly, and the structure of the hours are something the mayor and I and the HR director talked about today to make that happen. So we have a plan. Brush has been being picked up ever since we had the big storm, and it's officially now first ward brush for this week and then so forth on for that. And then the potholes are going to take us a longer time than we've seen in a long time. So but we're going to try to work more hours during the day to do that.
Okay, thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Lamonto. Councilman Heenan?
We've spoken about this before, you and myself, and my concern with committee meetings and the recording of the minutes. Every committee is doing it a different way. I'm looking for something that's more cohesive. I know the gentleman to the left of me, he records them and does it himself. I'm lucky enough I have E.J. Hayes do mine, and they are recorded at some times, but not others. And I'm not sure what the other two do. Councilman Bomano tells me that he records them and has one of the other people in City Hall transcribe them. I'd like to make a suggestion. It doesn't have to be done at this meeting. I know it's a workload, but in the spirit of cohesiveness, to make sure that all of these are recorded and transcribed, possibly through the clerk's office. And I don't know if that's something that we need a resolution to do, or that's something that I always thought that had been done in the past, years ago, but I might be wrong. When I started here in January, I was kind of surprised that everybody was kind of recording their own and other people were doing them. I'd rather everything go through one office and everything's done systematically and done the correct way.
Mayor?
That may require us to increase our staffing level in that department. In my opinion, that's always been the responsibility that council people have. When I was a council person, I recorded my own minutes, and my meetings were recorded and I did my own minutes. But if that's something that this council would like to do, then we'll have to look at it. But the clerk's office has been very, very busy as of lately, and adding this duty, which is a very important duty, I think may require us to look at least hiring a part-timer in there.
And again, this is something that I'm just opening up for a suggestion in the future, not to be dealt with this evening, but just something I wanted everybody to be aware of, to find a better way to do it.
It's something we can discuss further amongst all of ourselves at our future committee meetings and so forth. Any further discussion, Mr. Heenan?
No, sir. Thank you.
No? Mr. Civiletto?
Just wanted to say that I did go around 4th Ward today, drove around and noticed that there were quite a few potholes that were filled in, so thank you very much. And I only have one on Wright Street in Ruggles. That's the only one that I saw that my car went da-dum, but that was the only one. I'm sure there are more, but they weren't as violent. But I saw a lot of them that were filled in that I had noticed earlier. And I want to thank the Streets Department for getting on those as soon as they could. And then just my Public Safety Committee meeting is will be next Wednesday at 5:30. 5:30.
Oh, 5:30?
Safety's at...
Is it? Usually 5:30? 4:30.
You had it at 4, right?
4, sorry. Wow, 4 o'clock.
So it's at 4?
Too long.
Yeah.
It is at 4?
Yeah,
Transcribe your own minutes.
I know. That's what happens.
Anything further?
No.
Okay. My Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for May 17th at 4 p.m. And Mr. Malechko, as far as the assessor's office goes, did you have any announcements you'd like to make concerning the STAR program?
Too late. And it was a deadline. We have 8 people outstanding that never got their
8 people.
And they can re-register with the enhanced start.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I have no more. Number 8, unfinished business.
Resolution for proposed law, local law, and referendum to change terms of the Dunkirk Council members from 2 years to 4 years.
Need a motion to take this off the table? Any motion to take this off the table? If not, it will remain on the table. I see no first, therefore it will remain on the table and we will move on to number 9, pre-filed resolutions.
48, resolution authorizing budget line modifications for fiscal year 2018.
Any discussion, council? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye.
49, resolution authorizing adopt a garden program.
I have been informed there is an amendment to the resolution. In the 5th whereas down, it states, whereas the Department of Planning and Development, and right after that it should say, and Department of Public Works, has established agreements and rules to effectively manage this program. So we need to insert and Department of Public Works after the Department of Planning and Development. Is that correct, Rebecca? Yes? Okay. So with that amendment, I will need a vote on the amendment, please. Clerk?
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. I now need a vote on the resolution as amended. Clerk?
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. Number 50.
Resolution accepting $2,500,000 in smart growth funding and authorizing Empire State Development Grant Disbursement Agreement.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye.
51, resolution to reestablish city control of Fireman's Grounds at Point Gratiot.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. Seeing no new business or no more walk-ins before us, I ask for adjournment.
So move.
Councilman Williams with the first, Councilman Civiletto with the second. Clerk, call the roll for adjournment.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Heenan?
Aye.
Councilmember Civiletto?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.